With that said, I'd like to start by way of opening prayer, and then immediately after that, we will have the chairman give us a welcome remark, and then we will begin to look at some of our partners, embassies who are joining us, His Excellencies, and a number of dignitaries who have come prayed with us. Just by way of informed lineup today, we are going to start by the chairman's opening remarks, and then we will move on to goodwill messages. After the goodwill messages, we will have the keynote address. The foundation, Ambassador Uchajuluchukwu, who had to get up as early as 5 a.m. from New York to join us. And then we will have live performances. One of the key live performance that we'll have today will come from a skin cancer survivor who is, she is a person with albinism, a lady of song, and she will be joining us all the way from Port Harcourt. Thereafter, we will have Grace Jerry, who will also perform. He's a person with disability, and also once he comes on the platform, we have the United Nations chairman on TRPD, Barrister Dan Lami Bashiru, who will also give a goodwill message. And there will be life experiences. So some of our coordinators have been chosen to perform the task, and they will be broadcasting from wherever they are. And then, unfortunately, in the hall, we will have some refreshment, which we cannot post by Zoom. And so with that said, I would like us to start with an opening prayer. But before then, I'd like to thank our sponsors. I think I will start by mentioning some of them that have supported us. CBM, who is making sure that every participants who are in the leadership, their data will be covered by CBM. And that's persons with albinism who are in the leadership. I want to make clear, not everyone. The funds covers all the participants. Covers all the leaders of the state leaders of the Albino Foundation. And then, of course, site savers ensure that our halls are decorated. We are broadcasting from a large screen where we are. That was made possible by site savers, and some of the media activities and productions that we have was covered by site savers. And I'd like to also say that British Council, through her project ROLAC, Rule of Law project provided the platform. So today we're able to host well over 1,000 people. It was made possible by the British Council. And of course, another partner, Dogza Digital, is making it possible for us to have a large screen broadcast and to stream unhindered. The likes of NTA, FRCN, AIT, channels, Pride TV, most of them I can't see, are supporting us today. Radio stations, Wazobia, Nigeria Info, Armed Forces Radio, and other radio stations that are picking up the signal all the way from Lafia, from Uyo, from Kwara, from Lagos, Lagos Television also, TVC. There are some of our media partners. So with that said, I don't know, Stephen, do we have Emeka from Enugu on the line? Emeka is our coordinator in Enugu State. Emeka, I'll ask you to do the opening prayer. Unmute yourself and do the opening prayer. Emeka there?
No. No, sir.
All right. Let me then pray. Let us pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful opportunity. We give you all the glory and the honor. Be with us. Guide us. Let everything that heaven had done for this occasion come into manifestation today. Thank you for our participants. Thank you for our guests of honors, for everything that they will say. Muslim brothers, we will close with Muslim prayer. All right. Without much ado, I like to, and I'm sure the chairman is on, right? You will see Institute of National Transformation.
Yes, he's on.
Okay. I'd like to call on the chairman to give his opening report and declare the event open. Professor Veen Anibog is the chairman board of directors.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to start by first appreciating the CEO and the founder of the Albino Foundation, Jacob Bellen, and your beautiful wife, Enya Bellen. I want to also appreciate all the members of the board of directors. I want to recognize the staff of the Albino Foundation who have been working so hard, working under the
It's not easy. So I'm very proud of your staff. I want to recognize all the local and international partners that have been working with the Albino Foundation. Thank you so much for your partnership. I want to welcome the members of Diplomatic Corps that are present. Especially want to appreciate all the sponsors who have made this activity possible. Welcome to this 2020 International Albinism Day, a day that we celebrate persons with albinism and to demonstrate that they are beautiful children of God
Yeah, she's here.
and they have
American embassy. She's here.
rights to
Come on,
equity,
Ken, I need to.
access, and the
She's not
pursuit
permitted.
of happiness. And
She's
so,
not here.
as we celebrate you today, I want to enjoy all the activities that have been planned, participate fully
You're welcome.
in the provision
Um,
that this day has
I'll go give
given
her
every one of you.
Um,
Jake, we are very proud of you and the organization.
who else? Angela is
I
here.
am extremely proud to be
Angela is here. Angela is
affiliated
here.
with the Albino Foundation. And I pray
Thank
that
you,
all the events that have been planned for
she's
the
not here.
day and all the and that is a family. Again, I welcome all of you to this special day, the 2020 International Albinism Day. I therefore declare the event now officially open. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prof. Can you hear me with microphone? Hear me with the microphone. Okay. Do I have to change position or put off my system? Put off my system. Okay. Well, our audience, you understand that. Okay. Our audience, you understand that we're using virtual reality, and sometimes interference is the order of the day. But real quick, we will take some goodwill messages, and we're keeping tab on the platform. When some people come, we will recognize them. Vincent, I need you to work with Stephen and give me information of who is coming, and so that we can record. We're expecting the Minister for Women Affairs. We're expecting the chairman of CRPD, Dan Lami Bashuru.
No problem.
Once we're done with a brief goodwill message, we will go straight into the press conference. And like I announced, we have a large turnout of press partners, and they are earnestly keeping to the social distancing rules. Celine, come here. All right. So with that said, I'd like to invite first Dr. Angela Adamu. And Dr. Angela Adamu is with us all the way from Ukraine. And Doc, feel free to present the beautiful poem that you wrote. All right. Dr. Angela, if you can hear me, you have the floor. Stephen, Dr. Angela is there, right? Dr. Angela, I'm sure you can hear me. You have the floor.
Yes, I'm doing it here.
Okay, while we're waiting for Dr. Angela, let's have the United States Embassy in Abuja representing Her Excellency the Ambassador is Bryna, my sister from another mother. Bryna, I'm sure you can hear me. Please, you have the floor.
Good morning, Jake. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Oh, wonderful. So thank you so much for including me today. As Jake said, my name is Brianna Green. I am the acting political counselor at the U.S. Embassy here in Abuja. And it's my honor and privilege to be representing the United States today. I want to commend you, Jacob Pele, for the work that you're doing and for your staff as well at the Albino Foundation. As you know, we have a long-standing your foundation and the U.S. Embassy. We've done other, and last year we were working together on the elections, for example, and inclusion. Right now, and it's particularly important that we recognize diversity and inclusion and the role that it plays in the progress of any modern society. So we know that there's a lot of work left to do to make sure that that inclusion is there, and we look forward to helping you in this. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the success.
Thank you so much, Bryna. Bryna Works Green is of the Public Affairs Department of the American Embassy. I want to say that the American Embassy did help, especially Lady Ivy Green. Ms. Bryna, if you stay with us later in the day, you will be amazed to see the good work that your department and the entire embassy, the former ambassador and the current ambassador, had done in the life of IB. It was a case that was hopeless, but God being on our side, the Stanford University in America did the miracle of ensuring that IB is still alive today, and everyone will see IB when she comes on to perform. I don't know if Dr. Angela Adamu is ready. Doc, are you ready? Do we have Danlami Bashuru?
No.
Okay. All right. Dr. Adamu, once she comes, maybe after the press conference. So we're going to start, we're going to go straight into the press conference at this time, because we know that our partners are very busy with what they do, and we want to make sure that they get the better part of us and then leave. Can I have some persons with albinism come and sit? We have chair for 3 more persons. Where's Abraham of the Abuja chapter? Abraham, please come. Can I have 2 people, 2 of your people? Afam, the other seat. 1 person. Sit. Rex, come on. Okay, that's it. We need a woman, sorry. Is there any other lady with albinism? No. Oh, Zainab, come. Afam, don't worry, you're part of us. Let's have a lady. Okay, thank you. All right. This is the segment that we have set aside to speak to the press. Oh, we need a chair. I need one more chair. As a matter of fact, when I was, can I have Chief Kingsley? As a matter of fact, when I was relaying the program for the day, I forgot the most important part, and that is the launching of the Skin Cancer Trust Fund. And as part of the launching of the Skin Cancer Trust Fund, Chief Kingsley and his organization and the group he leads are partnering with us to raise funds by selling which some of them on our website, some others can also go on as now as we speak. Chief Kingsley, Chief Okafor, Association of Professional Creative Artists and Designers of Nigeria. Sorry, because of my site. That's the organization he leads, and they're partnering with us. Apart from his own organization, Chief, I must say, is personally committed to the cause, comes to every meeting, gives every good idea. And today he will be exhibiting and presenting a collection of his artwork, which part of the proceed will go to helping men and women and children who are down with skin cancer. And so at this time, we would like to open up the space and talk to our media partners on the significance of today. And some of my colleagues here would also lend their voice. I will make a short presentation. The press statement is already been sent to your establishment. I'm not going to read that, but I will just speak briefly towards that. And then you are free then to ask us questions. May I, on behalf of the community of persons with albinism in Nigeria, the entire leadership of the foundation, starting with the board chairman, Professor Vin Anibogo, who declared this event open, the vice chairman, Professor Douglas Aniele, members of the board, management and staff of the Albino Foundation, the incoming committee members that have been with their chair, Josephine Omalale, that is in Lagos, being part of this, the Committee of Albinism Association of Nigeria, which is part of the things we'll present today. I welcome everyone to 2020 International Albinism Day. It is a UN event, and so is a United Nations Day set aside to celebrate persons with albinism and to bring more awareness to the issues surrounding albinism. And let me add to say that we also take time to promote the opportunities surrounding albinism. With that said, I'd like to first and foremost thank the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Buhari administration. While thanking the president, I would like to make a very passionate appeal to Mr. President on this day that every previous administration has always treated persons with albinism who are down with skin cancer for free. When the president came into office, he started in line with predecessors. But unfortunately, for the past 1 year, that project has technically discontinued by the National Hospital. As a result, we have buried well-old persons with albinism, with skin cancer to date, knowing fully well how compassionate President Muhammad Buhari is. I want to use this occasion to appeal to him to give a presidential directive to National Hospital to go back and continue to implement the free skin cancer treatment program that government has committed themselves to. And I want to say that government have committed themselves to, because there is a national policy on albinism. The national policy on albinism is a federal government document. In the policy document, government committed themselves to treating persons with albinism who have skin cancer for free. And the reason for that is not far-fetched. The reason is simply because persons with albinism are among the most poorest, vulnerable group in Nigeria. And many of them cannot afford treatment of skin cancer. I want to say to Nigerians and to Mr. President that Nigeria has made a mark by being the first country in the whole world that is offering that project to persons with albinism. And please let us use this occasion to continue to ask you that that project should not die. With that said, I also want to quickly mention that, of course, the pandemic has taken toll on every Nigerian, including persons with albinism. And sometimes persons with disability in general were the worst affected. However, we will not bury our head in the sand like an ostrich. We will fight on, we will survive, we will thrive, we will continue to make headway. Another appeal I will make on this occasion is to appeal to the federal government to make it compulsory and free that everyone with disability, not just albinism, will get free and compulsory education from primary to PhD. This country can afford it. If we put our mind to it, we can afford it. While saying that, I will also want to lend my voice to especially our brothers and sisters who are visually impaired and those who are hard in hearing. The universities must not discriminate them and confine them to read courses that they don't want to because of their disability. There are many courses that universities are offering that if you're a person with disability, especially if you are visually impaired or hard in hearing, they will not allow you to read those courses. Please, we need to be liberal, we need to be inclusive, and I think I want to use this occasion to ask that we put a stop to that. We cannot say we are an inclusive society when we are practicing exclusive or when we're indulging in exclusive practices. So it's important that the Federal Minister of Education, the University Commission, and all the bodies responsible for the education sector, please advise the administrators to open up the space for persons with disability to read whatever course that they have the intellectual ability to read. For persons with albinism, we will continue to advocate for the implementation of the national policy. And finally, for albinism and disability in general to be mainstreamed into the national budget. It's a shame that small countries across Africa have a budget for persons with disability, and many countries has a budget for persons with albinism. I will give you three practical examples. One is Kenya. Kenya gives to Albinism Society of Kenya $1 million every year. Kenya, as small as Kenya is. Liberia gives close to $400,000 every year to the Albinism Society of Liberia. South Africa gives close to 600 rand every year to South African Albinism Society. Zimbabwe, Uganda, all these countries, Zambia, I can go on and on and on, have specific budget for persons with albinism and persons with disability. Kenya has a specific for persons with disability, and these are small countries compared to Nigeria. So my second clarion call to Mr. President, you have made a mark by signing the Disability Act, by ensuring that the Ministry of Budget will have the budget not just for albinism, but for persons with disability. Free and compulsory education. I will stop at this point, but ask a few of my friends on the table here to make a point for 1 minute, and then we'll open this for question and answer. Let me start with Rex, and then to Abraham, and to Irene, who is a self-advocate, and then to Zainab, and then Chief will count off. 1 minute.
Good morning. Good morning, all. It's good to be here this morning. I want to say that today is a remarkable day in the lives of persons with albinism. This is a remarkable day because it brings to fore the existence, the challenges, predicaments, and myths associated with the lives of persons. Victory. One for because it's thrown up a lot of challenges, and it's thrown up the issue that persons with albinism can actually exist or do actually exist despite difficulties, challenge that they possess. I equally want to say on government to use this occasion to equally do more. We thank the government for all they've done so far. We think more can be done, especially in the lives of persons with albinism, in the areas of education, in the areas of health, and in the areas of the general well-being of persons with albinism. I want to celebrate partners, international and local partners, for keeping faith with the Albino Foundation and for keeping faith and ensuring that persons with albinism have a better life now and in the future to come. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The theme of this year's awareness program is Made to Shine. I want to encourage all persons with albinism to know that they have great potential in them, that nothing around them should allow them to be cowed from exhibiting and demonstrating the great potential God has deposited in them. So they should rise up to shine against every all stigmatization, dehumanization, segregation, isolation, and discrimination. They should reach out and shine because this is what God has made them to be. And for all our partners, we want to appreciate them on behalf of persons living with albinism in Abuja. I want to congratulate and appreciate them for their support. We are urging with to keep rising and keep shining. Thank you very much.
Today is a remarkable day, and I'm excited that I'm here to lend my voice. I call on everyone out there, individuals, government, to support this foundation, to support this cause, to support people living with albinism. And I encourage everyone out there living with albinism to step up and become everything that they want to be. The theme for this, and is a great thing for everyone to hold on to and become everything. Thank you very much.
Good morning, all. My name is Zainab. I'm so happy to be here. Of course, the day is set up to celebrate the International Albinism Day. Oh, day. I'm so happy that we even have a day to celebrate us. I'm all partners, those partnering with us, both individuals and organizations. I want to say thank you. I also want to call on the government. I know they've done enough. I know they're trying, but they can still do more. Thank you.
I'd like to stand up to lend my voice to today's occasion. I am here on behalf of the Association of Professional Creative Artists in Nigeria. This is the second year that we are partnering with the Albino Foundation. And I want to lend my voice to what Pastor Jack has said, that having lost 15 members of the Albino Society in the last 1 year, it is not a good record at all. And I'd like to add that the government should do whatever it takes to make it possible that they will get medical attention, and then to give the support that other countries are giving to the Albino Society in their own countries. If a country as little as Kenya would support it with $1 million, I think that we could do better. So on behalf of the foundation, the association that I represent, I want to thank Pastor Jack, and I want to say that you've done a great job, and we will continue to support. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, members of the press will take just a few questions because the secretary to the Human Rights Commission is standing by for his goodwill message. And I'm also informed that Dr. Angela is on for her goodwill message. After the goodwill message, we will then go into the occasion proper and take the keynote address by Ambassador Uche. And so, gentlemen, do you have any specific question, gentlemen of the press? Anyone? Or I have said enough. Yeah, AIT. She needs the microphone, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cynthia Williams from Africa Independence. I'd like to ask generally, what are your experiences and reality in the Nigerian society currently in terms of employment opportunities and social?
Maybe we should just take all the questions and I'll take it after. I'll then provide answer. Is there any other person who have a question? Any other member of the press? None? Okay. None? All right. Well, employment has always been a huge issue. And it's a very good question that you ask. I'd like to look at it from two perspectives. One, not even getting the job in the first place. And oftentimes, not because the job seeker is not qualified. It's simply because the organization that is employing or the employer will not want to hire a person with albinism. And we've had countless reports. What I'm saying is evidence-based. We've had countless reports. One of them was it went viral in the public space. A situation where one of us who was qualified, who came tops in the police college, let me be specific, was refused to be given his post and employed. Well, we want to thank the Nigerian police for obeying the order, because we fought them, police commission, that was about 2 years ago, up to the Senate, and they were instructed to reinstate the gentleman, and today he's still in the police force. And that's just an example of what happens. There have been reports where persons with albinism go for an interview, pass the interview. When it gets to maybe oral interview with the chief executive of the organization, and I'm saying a case in point, that person was told, we didn't know you have albinism. When we saw your written interview was so good, but we can't give you the job, simply because that person have albinism. So there's been a number of cases like that. You know, a situation where you can't get the job, or you get the job, you're thrown out, or you actually get the employment. After a while, they can come up with one excuse or the other and send the person away. Then the other flip side is especially the private sector. The private sector is not giving us the chance that we deserve. Most private sector are not giving employment to persons with albinism. Federal Civil Service Commission, we've engaged them. For instance, one of that engagement was Federal Character Commission, and 2 persons with albinism has been employed. One works here in Abuja and the other one works in Oka, you know. So in some quarters we're making headways, but it is so slow to a point of discouragement. And so, succinctly put, it's also an opportunity to use this day to say to the public and private sector, if you feel that you are an organization that does not discriminate, then give us a job. Many of us fight. We're not saying give us a job because we have albinism. We're saying give us a job because we can do the job. You know, so it's important, and thank you for raising, kickstarting this conversation. You know, as a matter of fact, in the next 1 month, we will start a project that will focus on employment, not only persons with albinism, but persons with disability. we have a new project from Site Savers International that will enable us to go to government, go to private sectors, and make them hire persons with disability and persons with albinism inclusive. Thank you. Okay, I don't think there's any other question. May I, on behalf of the board, thank our media partners for your wonderful assistance and your. We have a full house of media partners. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. With that said, I'd like to call on the protocol. I will allow the executive secretary of the Human Rights Commission to do the last. Okay. I'm also aware that Dan Lami Bashiru is on, but we will bring you up. But let's quickly bring Angela. After Angela, we will have the executive secretary, and then we'll have Dan Lami. Angela, Dr. Angela, are you on now?
Yes, I'm here. Hello? I'm here.
We can hear you.
Yes. Good. I think it's still good morning for you, but it's good afternoon here. So good morning, good afternoon to everyone. I am very delighted and honored to be a part of the celebrations of International Albinism Day. This is a day to celebrate persons living with albinism in our society and to support a more just and equitable society for them. This is a day to promote the inclusion of all members of our society. This is a day to promote equity in our immediate society and all over the world. This is a day to celebrate and embrace our diversity as nature's perfect design. This is a day to unite our voices, ensure a just society for all. In honor of International Albinism Day and the events going on more globally in honor of George Floyd, I would like to read an excerpt from my upcoming book titled Black by Design. And this is speaking to the world. It's speaking to everybody. It's speaking to all societies. You know, that our differences are not meant for us to discriminate against each other, but our differences are really meant to showcase the perfect design of the world and celebrate everybody and to support everybody and to fight for injustices. So this is called Black by Design. And this is specifically to global events going on right now. A blue planet and a very brown earth, a vibrant landscape perched on the mother of earth, a magnificent sea, a delightful array of shades and colors in both night and day, of petals and fruits, and also many hues, reds and yellows, greens and blues, a visual display on both land and sea, but most splendid of all, the color of me. A blue planet sits on a very brown earth, the same as the skin that covers my bones, that the source of such beauty, the mother of birth, be neither white, nor yellow, nor blue, nor gold, that the fountain of life be a reflection so real, is a mother who cries, a mother who feels, a mother who sees the things that will be, a mother who reaches through time and through pain and shouts, my dear child, that all will see plain, that this land is yours, as sure as you are mine, the sign of your root that dates back time, the irrefutable shape from which all life will shoot, will be the shape of none other than me and you. This entry is a call for all of us to understand nature's design in ethnic diversity. So whatever we look like, whatever our physical appearance is supposed to be, is part of nature's design to make us all whole and unite us as one, a human race. So thank you very much for inviting me to be part of such an event like this. And it is my hope that we have more voices coming together to fight for equity for all members of our society and all around the world. So thank you very much for making me a part of this. I'm very, very honored. And I'm very proud of TAF, for all your efforts in ensuring a more equitable world, a more equitable society, more equitable policies, more equitable country for persons living with albinism. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Angela. Dr. Angela was one of our resource person yesterday, and her presentation was unprecedented on education as a tool for empowering persons with albinism. Right now, we will have the Executive Secretary, Human Rights Commission, the Executive Secretary, Human Rights Commission. Our media partners, I don't think you should go. We just have two more people, and they're doing brief presentation. The Executive Secretary, Dr. Tony Ojukwu, a friend of persons with albinism, a dear friend of the Albino Foundation. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Jake. On behalf of the National Human Rights Commission of Nigeria, we want to send you greetings on today, that is the International Albinism Day. Of course, the importance of this day cannot be overemphasized, and that is why the United Nations has set out today for us to celebrate persons with albinism, for us to create awareness around albinism issues, and for us here in Nigeria, we want to commend the good work the Albino Foundation is doing, and for also making this celebration possible today. I look forward to a brighter future for the protection of the rights of persons with albinism, as well as persons with disabilities. Of course, you are aware of the passage of the Disability Act, and plans are underway right now to form the Disability Commission. This week, actually, I was with the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, and we are putting heads together, and she has assured me that the Disability Commission will be established very soon. And that will make it possible because the essence of the Disability Commission is for a focused establishment that will mainstream the rights of persons with disabilities, including albinos, into our national life and programs. The Commission looks forward to working with the Albino Foundation, the upcoming Disability Commission, and the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs to make sure that the rights of persons with albinism are protected. I've listened to the call for free medical treatment to cancer patients who have albinism, as well as free education up to tertiary institutions for persons with albinism. I must say that these are rights which the National Human Rights Commission is happy to associate itself with. And you can be rest assured that the National Human Rights Commission will partner with you to make sure that your rights are respected and realized. So I know that COVID-19 has even exacerbated the already vulnerable situation of persons with albinism, as well as other persons with disabilities. The Commission is at the forefront of ensuring that in all government plans and programs, in all government interventions during COVID-19, that persons with disabilities, including persons with albinism, are mainstreamed, are factored in, so that their interests will be protected, just like the interests of other citizens. I congratulate you today, and I wish you well. And thank you so much for giving the National Human Rights Commission the opportunity to partner with you in realizing your rights. Happy International Day of Albinism.
Thank you, the Executive Secretary. Please come back in 15 minutes' time. Thank you. Let's have tea break. Are we ready? All right. So let's go grab tea. Are we ready? Back. All right. So let's go grab tea. Are we ready? Back. All right. So let's go grab tea. Are we ready? Back. All right. So let's go grab tea. Are we ready? Back. All right. So let's go grab tea. Are we ready? Back. All right. So let's go grab tea. Are we ready? Back.
Okay, announcement. Those of us online. What are we going to do for tea break? Okay, announcement. Place your order. Those of us online. What are we going to do for tea break? Okay, announcement. Place your order. Those of us online. What are we going to do for tea break? Okay, announcement. Place your order. What are we going to do for tea break? Okay, announcement. Place your order. What are we going to do for tea break? Okay, announce your order. What are we going to do for tea break? If you know you're online, your order.
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order.
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my order is
if you know you're online, your order. Why you're placing order, God?
Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband, if you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my husband. If you know you to move in your work, why you're playing up like God? Please, my
Okay, we are back, and we're also doing a very important aspect of today's celebration. I'm in touch with Lady Ivy, who is also on standby to perform all the way from Port Harcourt. But for now, may I call on Chief Quincy Okafor, who will showcase the artwork, which is part of the Skin Cancer Trust Fund. And because we want our media partners to capture it, we're starting with that. So, Chief, over to you.
We do a tour of the work so they can just come with me. Well, this is part of the presentation from the Professional Creative Artists Association in Nigeria as part of the support to the day that we're celebrating today for the Albino Foundation, Albino Society. This work here is called a Kembo. It's ethic cultural work. It's mixed media on canvas. You can see the work. It is actually impressionism in style by one of our artists. And this one here is called It's Not Easy by one of our artists. It's also mixed media. It's acrylic on canvas. It is realism work. This is another work here. It's a masterpiece, mixed media called Sisieko. It is also a mixed media. You can see the acrylic, and you can see also Ankara fabrics in the rendition of the work. This one here, it's called Unity. It's mixed media by an artist based in Lagos, and also one of our best artists as well. This work has been this artist, and you can see that it's showing the cultures and diversity in the whole of Africa, Kenya, Africa, and Festac mask also represented. It's mixed media on canvas with acrylic and oil.
I think, Chief, is also important to note here that we are exhibiting this artwork for you to see, and please make contact with the Albino Foundation so that you can purchase this artwork. Every purchase in support of persons with albinism with skin cancer. We have an understanding with the provider or the sponsor of this segment of the event, Chief Kingsley Okafor and his organization, that every proceed that is given to us by way of the MOU we have will go for skin cancer intervention.
Yeah, this is also called hyperrealism. It's another work by Luke Agada. You can see the rendition of the work. It's titled Thought Process. Thought Process. Called Harmony. Harmony. It's a mixture of acrylic on canvas. You can see the design here, concept here, signifying the church and the mosque living in harmony. That's exactly what we aspire for in the country, for us to live in harmony. Now, this one here is called royalty. You can see the culture of the Benin Kingdom, the Oba of Benin, with his aid, with what they call the Ebe. It's also impressionism in style, and it's acrylic.
Well, Chief, I'm a little bit frightful to ask you this question, and the question is, by all means, what's the cost or what's the value of an artwork like this?
Well, you can't put the value on an artwork. It depends on the collector. If this the range of this work is between 250,000 to 1 million.
Of course, if you want to support the work we're doing, it means that you might be able to go a little bit higher than even what they are offering. It's not about how much you're spending, it's about the cause that you're supporting. And I would like to encourage our audience and those who are viewing online to please be part of this effort. And this will be a continuous effort. It's a sustainable project. So we will continue to do this year in, year out with the organization that Chief Kingsley leads. Chief, we still have one or two more or three.
Yeah. Well, this is called Banana Republic. It's also acrylic on canvas. This one here is called Arab Money. You can see the concept of the Arabians with all the money showing in colors and all of that. Acrylic on canvas. This is
looks that the money here is reflected in what they are wearing.
And whatever comes from it also goes in support of the cancer for people living in albinism. And this is one of the works that we are displaying as well. It's also impressionism. It is also on canvas. On canvas.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is the last one.
This is the last one. This is pandemic. You can see all the controversy going around there.
Yeah.
And then see the red signs over there. You can see the motion, and that depicts the times that we're living in now. And it is also part of the works for sale to support
the skin cancer cause.
Cancer.
Now, Chief, let me ask you, because I know that this is not all the works. You still have more works.
Yeah, we have 5,000 works, but we can't
display all of them.
But this is not a proper gallery setting.
Okay.
We just made do with the easels in order to have something a little bit professional.
Okay.
But this is not all. We're just exhibiting just about 11 works here today for the purpose of this celebration.
Let me ask, the person is saying, all right, what is the guarantee that works are of immense value and they, in terms of durability, that they are durable and they are of good quality? How long have you been in business like this?
Well, I've been practicing that for the past 25 years.
Whoa.
And I head an association of professionals of over 5,000 membership. And I know that we have exhibited in UK, in US, in Morocco. The last exhibition we had was in Casablanca, and the works sold out. Today, these works are all copyrighted. Every artist here has the copyright to the work, and these are originals. And the original artwork is, you can't put the value for it, but on the regular level, the minimum you can get a work like this will be $500,000.
Let me ask you another question. Well, this is the talk show host personality that I am. Why is it that abroad the works like this are sought after, but here in Africa, hardly do some big artists like yours, survive? Why is it that the culture here does not promote a collection of works like this?
Well, collection of works is a function of the economy of the society. A lot of times we hold exhibitions abroad and we sell works in tens and thousands of dollars. And those works, because the value, people understand the value over there. It is, when you have a predominantly poor society, you need to conquer hunger before you can begin to appreciate works of art. But today, we have emerging collectors now who are beginning to buy works in the neighborhood of 10,000, 10 million, 20 million. I manage a 10-year-old artist who has autism, and we held exhibitions in Lagos last year, and I sold one of his works for 9 million, just one painting. And it didn't sell because he's 10 years old or because he has autism, but because of the kind of work he put in and because of the kind of collectors that we have now. But Africa is the home point for the best artwork in the world today, and all over the world, people are coming to Africa to look for artwork. This is the situation today.
Let's talk about the work you're doing with the foundation. What's your plan to monitor effective utilization of funds? If foundation, do you have a plan to follow through what that money was used for?
Well, Mr. Jack, over the years, we've monitored what's been going on with the Albino Foundation, and we believe that they have the integrity and they've been consistent in the treatment of people with albinism and all of that. So I don't think that, besides, I'm very much involved in their programs and projects. So I have the confidence whatever proceeds that comes from here will be properly utilized, because I can see that they have over the years achieved some form of integrity that we can trust.
So you are committed to also following, just to make sure that, and reporting back to the organization and the public what is happening. So, Chief, we want to thank you on behalf of the board and management of the Albino Foundation, and for your organization to say that. I heard you say about an exhibition with a young child who have autism. I want to challenge you that we have a movement called Disability Inclusion Nigeria. We would like to scale up this, not only for persons with albinism, but for persons with disability. So let's think of other exhibitions that we can do that would be all encompassing, carrying everybody along. As much as we want you to do for albinism, but we also want you to do for persons with disability. Do I have your commitment?
Not just my commitment, we're already doing that. I have another 9-year-old boy in Port Harcourt who has autism that I'm managing, and I take nothing to manage them. What we're trying to do is to identify people with disability that can also be good artists, and we give them promotion. We exhibit, make sure their works are exhibited, and proceeds goes to their families so they can support them in the challenges that they are facing.
A friend of mine described team. Emeka Ugu, our Enugu State coordinator, described team. Emeka is your friend? Okay. Yeah.
And a member of the artwork, the director of the artwork that I am the chairman.
Oh, really? Okay. Emeka. No, not that one. This one has albinism. Yeah. Emeka defined team as together everyone achieve more, and it has never left me. And so why I said that is, you talked about various people you're managing. Can we then come to a place and a position where we bring everybody together and we do something holistic, inclusive of everybody? I believe that it will be bigger and better.
Well, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm
okay.
here.
So we'll work towards that.
If you have all the people that have disabilities that are also creative and we will be here to project them. My business is to promote art, project art all over the world. On the 23rd of June, I'm going to be having a Zoom team called Fashion West Africa to promote fashion in Nigeria, including all the models from Vogue and a lot of creatives from Europe and Asia.
If we're invited, I would like to be part of that. Chief, I want to thank you for your selfless effort to help persons with albinism and persons with disability. You have followed through on everything you said, and I want to thank you and encourage you to stay steadfast with all your leadership quality and your true heart of compassion. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. All right, the program still continues, and we would like to take goodwill messages from states at this time while we wait for Lady IB's performance. Let's do it in order of the states. If we have Anambra, I want you to say your goodwill message, and then we will go to other states in that order. The likes of Enugu State, the likes of Cross River, one after the other. Benue, Daniel, if you are on the platform, let's have Anambra, if Anambra is on the platform this afternoon. Is Anambra there? Do we have Anambra? Queenette, are you there? Do we have Queenette?
No.
Do we have
No.
Do we have Benue?
Name.
Daniel.
Daniel, what?
Daniel, can you unmute yourself? While we're doing that, please observe when Lady IB signs in. Is Daniel in or out? Do we have Enugu? Nonye? Nonye, do you have Emeka? If we don't have Emeka, let's have you.
But don't worry.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Nonye?
Sir!
We are not worried. Come on. Let's get your goodwill message from Enugu. I like what Enugu did this morning. They recorded video of a snip presentation and had posted it on my personal page. And that's the kind of creativity that we want to encourage. Nonye Ugagu is the assistant coordinator, Enugu State. Nonye, go ahead. Nonye, unmute yourself as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Let's have
Good
your
afternoon.
photograph. Why are you covering your face?
No, I can't cover my beautiful. I can't cover my beautiful face.
Go ahead.
Can I cover my beautiful face? Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Nonye.
I'm excited. I'm so grateful for today. I say kudos to our CEO. You are doing a wonderful job. You have been a light. You have been our voice. It's because of you, most of us can now talk. A lot of things are happening because of you, sir. Thank you, sir. And to my coordinator, the ambassadors of the Albino Foundation, you guys are doing wonderfully well. To every person with albinism,
keep on shining. We are made to shine, and we'll keep shining. So, the Albino Foundation in Enugu, we are trying our best, sir. We are really trying. But this COVID-19, just like every other place, has it drilled a lot of things that is not helping matters at all. But God willing, it will come and go. So we have been working, we have been visiting places, we have been helping our people, educating people on issue of albinism, talking to our children. You can see in one of our media tour, because we had to feature children. So we want to catch them young. So we want to say thank you very much. With your support, the sky is our limit. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Noye. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful, Noye. Let's have. You say you have said before. Who else is there? Is Daniel? Josephine, get ready. Do we have Daniel on the platform?
No.
Okay. Do we have Josephine on the platform? Josephine from Lagos.
Yes.
Josephine. Josephine, can you please tell us what is happening in Lagos?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Josephine, we can hear you, but put on your photograph, put on your camera. Can we have Josephine on camera?
Sir, she's logged, she's timed out. Network. She's not here anymore.
Okay, do we have Bassi, Cross River?
No.
Do we have Aja from Kano? She's out. What other state do we have? John from Edo. Edo, the political trouble spot.
John Prestaba?
John.
He's here.
John, can you tell us what's happening in Edo?
Mute yourself now. Please tell him to unmute himself.
John, unmute yourself and open up your camera. Turn on your camera, John.
Okay, I think Josephine is back.
Okay, Josephine, take the floor before John.
Good day, everyone. This is Josephine from Lagos.
Better.
This is Josephine from Lagos.
No, Joe, can you turn your phone? Turn it. Landscape.
Okay.
Better. Everyone put your phone on landscape so that we can see. Go ahead, ma.
Good day, everyone. I wish everyone happy deliberations. We're happy for today because this is our day that the World Health Organization has assigned to create awareness for us. I really appreciate Professor Douglas' speech yesterday when he was making his speech, and I was so happy because of this inner strength that he used to stress. We as persons with albinism, once we dwell on our inner strength, we can go places.
Yes,
that is my message today, that we should really dwell on our inner strength. And I want to really appreciate our CEO, that despite all odds, he didn't relent on his effort. If not for all his personal efforts at the beginning, we won't be where we are today. Nobody will recognize persons with albinism. And thank God for the beginning. I remember vividly a speech from Professor Douglas then. He wasn't a professor then. At Adeni Jones, we used to have this speech to inspirational speech. When he told us to have this inner strength and go ahead and improve our skill, I didn't mind my age then. I was in my late 40s. I took up the challenge. I went back to the university, despite the fact that I was already a matron. I have my registered nurse, registered midwifery, diploma, community health, and so many diplomas in nursing. But I went to get my degree and I got my master's with that single speech and encouragement. So I'm challenging us as persons with albinism. Don't let us limit ourselves. I thank God for the life of our CEO once again and the entire management of TAF. May the Lord continue to bless you and keep you flying. I wish all of us happy deliberations and celebrations. Bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Josephine. Josephine is the chairperson of the committee that is working for the transition of the Albinism Association of Nigeria. All right, let's have Professor Douglas. Professor Douglas, all the way from Lagos. Professor Douglas is the vice chairman of the Albino Foundation. Can we have Professor Douglas? Meanwhile, is Ivy, Lady Ivy.
Hello, I'm here. I'm here.
Go ahead, Prof.
Okay, I need to make some remarks, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am so delighted that my short speech yesterday resonated with some of our members. You know, like I said, most of the people that are talking, they are not present fully what is the condition are going through. Myself and who are part of the DOT, Interpreting, and therefore we know everything concerning the issues and problems and challenges that come with the condition. I am so delighted to be part of this, to have been part of this since 2006.
His video is off. Like
when you, Pastor J, in fact, kidnapped me into it. In fact, this is one time kidnapping is good. And honestly, I am so happy that the Albino Foundation is taking giant strides. I listened to the ambassador. I think those of us in the board of trustees will take up some of our suggestions. And I want to also greet all the members of the Albino Foundation from different chapters and states. You know we have your back. As the vice chairman and member of the board of trustees, I will continue to contribute my modest best to make sure that particularly children with albinism do not go through what somebody like Pastor Jake and countless others went through in our formative years. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has not allowed us to congregate as we used to do, but we can never give up. I thank the lady that just spoke. If you are a person with albinism, your fundamental survival point is to develop your inner strength. Whatever intervention staff, government, our development partners are making, as an individual, if you have not prepared your inner self to key into the opportunities that are becoming available now, then I'm sorry, nobody can help you. So the development of inner self, which leads to the development of self-confidence, which is also the mother of self-reliance, is basic to everything we are doing. Now, if you are an albino, if you're a person with albinism, and you feel like withdrawing from the world, you feel that everything is against you. In fact, Madam Ambassador put it hilariously. Autism, dwarfism, and albinism, which one is preferable? Of course, I prefer C, not because I'm a person living with albinism, but I've seen those people that have autism. I've seen dwarfs. I will not in 1,000 years choose any of those alternatives. This is not to belittle them, but that is just my honest opinion. I think that 2020 is a defining moment for our foundation. I felt so sad when Pastor Jay talked about the 15 persons with albinism that died because their skin cancers could not be treated. It's so pathetic. And it is a shame that the government that was preaching change, one of the little concessions previous administration gave to the Albino Foundation was stopped a year ago, according to the CEO. It's terrible. Let's call a spade a spade. It's bad. And I want to lend my voice to the appeal. You know, Pastor Jack is a gentleman, and I'm not really a gentleman. I say it the way I feel. If the government does not restore that free treatment of persons with albinism who have cancer, maybe myself I might mobilize the vote against the party in power now, because for goodness sake, it is a good administration. We are treating skin cancers of persons with albinism for free. How many are we anyway that government cannot give us that concession? So I think it is very important. The Minister of Health, the Minister of State for Health, the President himself, members of the National Assembly, they should work together to make sure that, number one, persons with albinism are treated free. We are not many, we are few. We don't constitute up to 5% of the Nigerian population. The government can institute free education from nursery school to PhD for any albino child willing to study, willing and able to study. Now, number three, there ought to be a budgetary allocation. Just like Kenya and Co. can do this. And we claim to be giant of Africa. It is not good at all. So, I think that provides us a wonderful platform to reassess what we have been doing as a foundation, to actually improve our practice and make sure that we deliver on our mandate, which is fundamentally to make life better for the average person living with albinism. I want to thank Pastor Jake. I want to thank the amiable BOT chairman. I want to thank the entire staff of the Albino Foundation. I want to thank our development partners. I want to thank Dr. Dominic Ukraine, who ate into my time yesterday. I know that Didi was too famished to tell her to stop on time because there are others waiting on the wings. I have to thank her too. I have to thank all the facilitators that have participated in yesterday's workshop. It was a great day. I want to say this, that I, Douglas Anele, if I could succeed in my chosen profession, if Ambassador can succeed in her chosen profession, if Pastor Jake, who is succeed in his chosen profession, every albino, every person living with albinism have the capacity to actually achieve there is nothing there. All you need to do, reach inside your inner self as a person living with albinism. I told you yesterday, if you're a student, other students are reading 2 hours. As a person living with albinism, you read for 4 hours. If your colleagues in the office close by 4 to rush home, stay till 5 or 5:30 to make sure you clear your table. You see, excellence has no color. You see, that's the truth. Excellence has no color. If you achieve, if you're an achiever, if you're a go-getter, whether you have melanin or melanin is pouring from your skin or you don't have any at all, fellow do say there is no 0%. Let's even agree that there's a 0%. Is it relevant? Excellence has no. That is where you can earn your respect. As a person living with albino, and I'm concluding now, please, I suggest to you, have a quiet time with yourself. Reflect with yourself. Use your third eye to look into yourself and ask yourself whether you have done enough to help yourself. The best help is self-help. Any other help that comes along is a bonus. Thank you very much. I feel good that I'm part of this.
Thank you.
And I'll continue to be part of this. Who is interrupting me? This is the deputy chair. Keep quiet. Let me finish. So I am saying that you look into your inner self, cultivate your inner self, and you can rise and shine brighter than the stars. Thank you very much.
That was my opportunity. If we have John Edo, can you give you a goodwill message? John Edo.
What's his name?
John Priestley. Priester.
I'm trying to unmute him. He's not.
Is John there?
He's here, but please, you can call another person. Okay.
Joy Baeza. John is there. Okay.
John is here.
You can continue, John.
Tell him to pull up his
Good
video.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I thank God for today and this opportunity to give this.
John, put on your video.
Okay, I will. All right. I thank God for the opportunity to give this goodwill message. First of all, I want to say that if there is a will, there is a way. I remember when I was to get a job with the Polytechnic, so the people were saying, who is this? He cannot do it. He cannot do it. Let him go away. But the director, the late Professor my idea for him. No, it can never be like us. I'll give you the opportunity. And because of that, he posted me to his office. He discovered that, in fact, he discovered the real me in me. He now said that this is the person that said cannot do this thing. What you people cannot do is what this man is doing. So here I am today. I want to congratulate my amiable, dynamic, competitive CEO, Pastor Jacob Mele, for the good work he's doing. I ask for greater grace for him. And all the management staff of the Albino Foundation. Up you, thumbs up. And congratulations to all of us. Happy International Ability Awareness Day. Thank you.
Can we have Joy Baeza? Joy Baeza, please. And remember to put on your video. Joy Baeza.
Sorry, I'll send him, please.
Is Joy there?
Yeah, she's up now.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Put on your video, please.
Happy word to everyone from Bayelsa. I want to say I appreciate God that I'm a member of this foundation. I really benefited a lot from this foundation, and thank God I came in contact with it. I suffered from inferiority complex over the years. I suffered so many things over the years. But my association with this foundation boosts my personal confidence and all that. And I want to celebrate those that have had so many bullied and came out strong. We are made to shine and we are shining. We are growing stronger and stronger. And this year, despite the pandemic, I can say is one of the successful years for us, because the outcome of this year's program, due to the media houses we visited, is really overwhelming. I want to celebrate every albino out there, everybody with albino out there, celebrate myself. This year is really a great year. Just happy International World Albinism Day to every albino out there. God bless.
I can't even remember.
Okay, thank you, Joy. Can we have Abel? Abel Joy. Abel, remember also to put on your video.
Green. Okay.
Abel Jones.
Yeah, I'm here.
Your video.
Okay. Can you see me now?
We can.
Okay. I want to say thank you for everything in TAF. TAF has been a platform that has developed me so much. What would I have actually done without the platform? When I started here, I suffered low self-esteem. But today, many years has gone by, and I can stand before anyone without fear of any intimidation of any kind and speak what I have to speak. It has built my confidence, and the level of exposure I got from TAF has really encouraged me, and it has also encouraged a lot of people. It has helped me to also talk to a lot of persons living with albinism in my state. Through TAF, I have been able to go to nooks and crannies of the state because of this work. I really, really appreciate the CEO and founder foundation, Pastor Jake, for creating such a platform like this. I also want to encourage others who may be having the same challenges to be able to come up and build their self or have their self-confidence so that they can be able to also overcome this, just like I have done. Before, it was very difficult for me to speak, but today I can stand in front of anyone and say what I have to say. In JAWS, we have done what we are supposed to do. And like yesterday, we visited the media houses. Many of them were calling us to hear what we will have to say on this day. And even today, as I speak with you, about 4 p.m., we are going for interview at NTA, and other media houses like the AIT, they are coming to meet us there. And so it has been a great day. TAF has created a wonderful platform for us to express ourselves and to also build our self-confidence. I want to congratulate everyone on this day. It's a wonderful day that God has made, and we should be rejoiced in it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abel. Now we have Golden, Port Harcourt, Rivers. Golden.
I'm coming on.
Tell her we can see her now.
Turn your phone to landscape.
She muted herself again.
Are you still here?
She's there, but she muted herself. Okay.
You've not on your phone landscape. Fine.
Okay, live.
Go ahead, we can see you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can hear
Hello.
you. We can hear you, Golden. We
Okay.
can hear you, Golden.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Golden, the River State coordinator of Albino Foundation. Today is a day that is set apart in all people living with albinism. I use this opportunity to thank everyone, especially the media houses in River State, even a wife of our governor. I thank everybody today that God, by his own infinite mercy, made it so possible for every one of us to be alive to celebrate today. According to our founder, said 15 of us is dead, but not that them that is dead, they like it or their own sin is bigger than our own. We say, may their soul rest in peace. And we that is alive celebrating today, that God will still give us more power and add more life, give us a healthy life to live, so that by next year, come 2021, we'll also celebrate this day. And also our parents, we said they should take care of the albinos. They should not allow the albinos to go under the sun. That is the problem we are facing in this our River State here. I don't know of other states. They should stop sending their children to go for this housekeeping, helping their aunties and their uncles. They should take good care of them, send them to school. And government also in this our state should help us. That is what we are appealing. And by so doing, you see that this deadly disease called skin cancer will be far from us. May God help every one of us with albinism, help our state, help our country at large. In Jesus' name.
Thank you, Golden. Can we have Lukman Oshu? And Lukman, remember to on your video.
Don't be smarting now.
I don't
Lukman Oshu. Lukman, unmute yourself.
Please, we can go forward if it's not coming. Okay, he's here. Yeah, your video.
Your video, Lukman.
Hello.
We can hear you. Your video. We can hear you.
On already. Can you see me? Okay.
On your video, we are not seeing you. Okay, you are on now.
Hello.
Hi.
It's already on. Good afternoon, everybody. Start on this note. I want to sincerely thank the management and the staff of the Albino Foundation, particularly Pastor Jake Epele, for the supporting on the case of with albinism of every woman. Going forward, right here in Osun State, the foundation has touched a significant life in such a way that right as of the foundation that actually brought us a kind of a project under the EU SDGen project in the States. And I want to believe that nothing less than 3 as the staff of this particular and the entire management of the staff on this one. Moving forward on the human development and the capacity building, I want to sincerely appreciate the management of staff of this. like my own case, when I kind of inferiority in that feeling, finding it extremely mate. I want to say, yes, I am not where I was before, though this has not been completely removed, so to say. But let me have to add this one. I find out and I discovered that anytime we be like we have have one of things to do with the media. Those people to spend the cost of doing this, granting them interview this and that. We discover that at the end of the day, they still really want us to be more and more to be part of their program in their station. As I'm speaking with you, I'm just arrived from Ijebu at a thing said 94.1 FM with my assistant coordinator. We got an interview through the kind of the training.
We can't keep on.
The management of staff has impacted on us. The lady that actually piloted out to the program, I've never seen her for once. They contacted her on phone, picked her phone number during one of our radio programs. Then he linked us to the management, and we are granted a 30-minute interview. Do you know that at the end of that 1 hour program for us, yeah, continue to be having a slot in their one of their program in the radio station. So this as a result of the training. Hey, hello, can you hear me? Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello.
Round up.
Okay. On the final note, some of persons with ability in the state also have been benefiting from one government support or the other. Like nothing less than about 2 or 3. Every year, about 4 persons with albinism used to be an empowerment program for the state. So this one has been a yearly basis program. Thanks to the management and staff of the Albino Foundation for this unprecedented support. Thank you very much. Hello.
Thank you, Lukman. I can see Daniel is back. Benway. Daniel, your good message, and remember to put on your video. Then Benedict should get ready. Benedict, since Bassi is not here, Benedict should represent Bassi. Daniel first.
Daniel is not here.
Onassis.
Okay.
Onassis.
Okay.
Can I speak?
Yes, your video.
Okay, thank you very much, Afam. I want to say very good day to all my fellow coordinators.
Video.
We are not seeing your video, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Hello. Can you see me now?
Yes, Daniel.
Okay, thank you. I can't see myself, though. Okay. Okay. Good day, fellow coordinators. I have to stop on the way to make my input. I'm in transit. That was why I went off. So my apologies. I want to say a very good, great thank you to Jake, the CEO of this foundation. He has actually done a wonderful job. I think this is the most effective celebration we have ever had. Even though we are in our various locations, we can talk, communicate, and actually feel ourselves. And the lectures that we have gotten thus far in this celebration with this Zoom virtual meeting has been very, very wonderful. I want to thank Jay for this innovation. He has actually brought us even closer. Even though we are far apart, this virtual meeting has brought a lot of us closer than we used to be. And it is his innovation. As regards the impact of this foundation, you see that most coordinators are up and doing now. They are going to media houses. They are They have upped their advocacy too, and they are meeting with media personalities and media houses to, educate the society about challenges of people with albinism. This is what the CEO have done, and we are very grateful. Yes, most of us have gone to media houses. We have educated the society. We have educated the public about issues of albinism. And today, today is the climax of the event. Today is the International Day of Awareness of People with Albinism, IAAD. So we are celebrating today, and we are commemorating it with so many things, press conferences, like we have been told. By 4 p.m., my press conference will start, and I've arranged, not this time, not just the print, the media houses, television and radio. We are also going to meet with the print houses to see how they can carry our message even to their print media houses. So we are planning. The event will end up by 4 at a press conference where we've lined up for other people to come and even talk to the media houses. I'm talking about parents with children with albinism, and even people that have associated with people with albinism. Let them come and talk to the public. Let the public get more aware about our issues. So I want to thank Jake and his entire team for a wonderful job they have done. And I want to also encourage all members, all state chapters, to be up and doing, and to carry this flame that has been light with this corona COVID-19 period, that we can begin to be more energized, be more motivated to do our advocacy job and our advocacy movement, and then tell the world, tell your community that we have these challenges, and outside that we are normal, and we should be included in all the activities. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Ismaila, I can see your hand, but you have to hold on, Ismaila, from Jigawa. Benedict, if you are there,
okay,
can you on your video? IB is coming on. Okay, Benedict, hold on, Benedict.
Anita, she's not yet here.
She's not
here. Okay.
Ivy, what's your name? Anita Young.
She's not here.
She's not there.
You didn't sign in. Oh, really?
But we can't see you.
Okay, come on.
Tell her to unmute herself or anything that she just find a way to come.
Unmute yourself on the platform.
She's not there. Is she using Techno Camon 12?
What on your phone?
I can see you. Don't worry, I will call you. I see you. When we get to you, okay, ask you to unmute yourself.
I've omitted the answer.
Yeah, but, okay, we have seen you have omitted us. No. Okay, I've turned it to. I've turned it on. Now you can get us schedule well. This work is 10,000. Your phone are blocked.
IB, you're on air. IB, you're on air.
Okay. It's not opening. Are we ready?
Turn the camera. Turn the cameras. Turn the camera. Landscape. Okay, it's okay the way it is. It's okay. Aha, better. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, we present to you the Lady of Song,
Lady Ivy that knows how to worry me. Oh yeah.
Reverend Jake, I just want to say God bless you. For everything you have done for me, I want to say God bless you. To every albino around the world, I don't know how proud you are, but I'm the proudest albino. Reasons why. You talk about beauty, you talk about intelligence, you talk about prestige, you talk about charisma, and love. When they reject albinos, I don't see myself as one that's rejected. I see myself as unique in the image and likeness of God. And that's why I want to sing a special song titled, I Sing Because I'm Happy. For no reason, I don't see myself getting discouraged. At my age, oh now, Jackie baby, and then get a song to you and every other people around the world. God bless each other. I feel why should the shadows come?
Network is very bad. Okay, it's coming up.
Why should my heart be lonely? And long forever, heaven and home. Jesus is my passion. And I call stand friend is me. His eyes, his on the sparrow. He watches me. So his eyes upon the sparrow. And I know he watches me. And I sing because I'm happy. Sing, I sing because I am free. Set his eyes, his loving eyes is on Lady Ivy. And the road he watches me. So I sing because I'm happy. Yes, I sing because I'm free. Yes, his eyes is on everybody. Yes, everybody. And I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. Oh yes, I sing. So I sing because I'm free. Set his eyes is on, set my thoughts narrow. And the Lord, he watches me. Set his eyes on every albino. And the Lord, said the Lord, yes, I know, he watches over you. Separate drink, he watches over you. I say everybody, he watches. Said he watches every albino. Don't be shy, don't be afraid who you are. He watches, he's looking, he's hallelujah. Said you want Jesus. Oh, and I know she's Yes, he's watching over me, watching over you. You don't need to be dismayed. And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to the US ambassador. I want to use this opportunity to thank the wonderful hospital that stood by me during my skin cancer. God bless you, Dr. Matthew. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to you all. I'm going to do one last song, and it's old school. Old school for the mature minds. I'm all rounder. So Stanford University Hospital, I just want you to know I love you, especially the doctors. I love you. I love you. I love you. God bless you. And the song is titled Stand By Me. We need to stand by each other all the time. We need to be together. They say together we stand and we can do all things. Where the nights have come and the land and the moon is the light to the sea. Oh, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed no tears. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. When the clouds that will lose the more, we go moving forward. Yeah, the mountains we tumble to the sea. Oh, no, I won't shed no tears. Oh, no, I won't shed no tears. Just as long as you stand, I'll take stand by me. So darling, stay and stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, let us stand. By each other, let us stand. You stand by me. Oh, stand by me. That's my baby, my everything is in my support. Look at that, baby. Better clouds, now we're looking for. Alright, we stumble and fall. And now we'll crumble to the sea. That's how good. Stand up.
IB, your network is freezing. Oh, this kind of fine music. Hey. Everybody watching, see what God can do. The fact that IB is alive today is a huge testimony. The fact that IB is alive today is evidence. Come, let's see this. Can you believe that this is the lady? This is IB. This is IB. This is IB. And she made it alive. This is the same person that is singing it was worse than this. But she made it alive. So there's hope. If you hold on to it, there's hope. IB had about 5 surgeries, each surgery. In fact, there was one she entered by 8 a.m. and didn't come out. Ivy, we lost you. We lost you. Can you come back? The network was freezing. Yes. But if you cannot, don't worry. Okay, don't worry then. Don't worry. I will talk to you. I don't worry now. If you don't have
Looks like it.
Okay, go ahead. Come back. Write that song all over again.
She's back.
Stand by me. Yeah.
She's back.
Okay, so we are going to bring back IB. You see, this is how when we are talking about made to shine. This is the made to shine. IB is an example of made to shine. So IB, apart from today, tomorrow, please, you and your husband, you guys will be on my show. So we'll talk about it tomorrow.
I will ginger my husband.
Crazy girl.
Okay.
Huh?
So are you ready, Reverend J? Okay. All right. He says I should repeat the song again. Stand by me. All right, honey, are you ready? Is alive to the center. No one will be afraid. No, be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand. I'm here. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Where the clouds never look upon, listen, will crumble and fall, and the mountains will tumble to the sea. No one, I will shed no tears. No, I will shed no tears. Just as long as you stay by me. So darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Just one support. IB, for me, I'm dancing for you. You what? I'm dancing for you. You what? I'm dancing for you. You dancing? You dancing? I'm your dancer. I want you stand. Jackie and Bella stand by me. You've always been there. That's what I'm talking about. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. All I think is, whenever you trouble, I want you to know. Jackie's there. Always standing by me. With a help from God. I'm afraid to let you. Stand by
Because of your trouble.
Said everybody want to stand for me. We stand with Stamford, stand with Jesus. Stand, whenever you're in trouble, want to stand. Every unbelievable let us stand together. Together we move forward, we move so many mountains. Hey, stand by me.
Abby, Abby, tomorrow by 7, I have a show called Wisdom Masterclass.
Okay.
And you will open that show with this song, and you will close the show with this song.
Okay,
all right. Tomorrow I'll let you know. Okay. So, Ivy, what can we say? If we can keep you, we'll keep you going. But just know that the entire world today celebrates you. You are a fighter. You fought death, wrestled death to the ground, and defeated it. I want to thank your husband, who is a good friend, who's been standing by you, your daughters, and everyone in the house. It's just that you can't post Okazisu from there. I would have asked you to post it. But thank you so much. Thank you. Ivy, can you please talk to us about some of your challenges? You are a very successful musician, and you have also made many musicians. But all of a sudden, you were down with skin cancer, and you have to be taken out of the country. Do you know, Ivy? I hope you won't cry. Do you know that Josephine is dead? Chris is dead. Where's the other person? Samuel is dead. All those people, Elizabeth is dead. All those people that you saw their pictures, all of them are gone. Yeah, all of them are gone. So you can imagine what would have happened if we didn't make that trip. You are a testimony of what good quality healthcare can do. If we didn't make that trip, you probably would have been in the list of those that I'm listing this afternoon that couldn't make it. So please tell us. By the way, I know you're not shy. How young are you?
I'm young. Say about 45, going to 46.
You're what? 56?
45 going to 46.
45 going to, ladies that never tell us how old they are. 45 going to 46. Okay, that's fine.
These are not old.
That's fine. I'm asking because you look so young, and you can even compete with walls.
I should have been younger than this because the lockdown is keeping us in the house. So with our guy by my side, I will add more weight.
You didn't add much. You didn't add much. I think you are careful of what you're eating. So Ivy, yes, Ivy, tell us how, when did you start singing? You sing so well. When did you start singing? Anita, look at the cameraman, look at the camera woman. Just hold the camera well. I know. Anita, go sleep.
I've been singing for 10,000. That's 4 years.
Okay.
And I played with a lot of bands.
You've been singing for 34 years.
Yes.
Did you say you've been singing for 34 years?
I've been singing for 4 years. And I worked with the likes of Albino, the late Prince David Boone, King Sonny Brown, the late Jerry Demwa. I also sang sometimes with Sonny Obosu, including the late Magic Fashek. I've sung with a lot of people on the stage together, And Every year dinner, we go see who we are. Also back down many years back. AT&T by job, with so many stars, you know. So old stars, so I'm old school.
No, Ivy, some of the young musicians today that we're hearing their name, many of them you encourage. You know, can you tell us some of the young musicians that we're hearing their names today that you encourage?
Not so young. Momski, he worked with me many years then in Abuja. Stone Cold worked with me. There's so many. Annette, Ayo, there's so many. There's so many.
Two-Face.
Sang with me so many times, so many occasions. Where I've been so, I mean, especially, that's why you see me end the name Mama. They don't call me by my name. They never allow me in competitions.
Okay, so Ivy, let me ask you, and I'll let you go after this question. As a person with albinism, you know, did you face any discrimination while pursuing your career?
Well, maybe when I was much younger, when I didn't know maybe how to keep myself looking good. But I got to an age, I don't know. You can see how handsome my fiance is. He's very extremely handsome. So people wonder, wow, this fine guy. And my ex will also tell you one thing, I'm very beautiful. A lot of people don't believe I'm albino, especially when I dress. They don't believe I'm albino. So I think I would say I faced much discrimination because they talk beautiful. Every man or every woman I've dealt with saying I'm beautiful. My governors, former presidents, and all that, they say to me, you are beautiful. Hardly people discriminate me, except I look like I keep myself anyhow. Just like now, I'm looking a little bit more shabby. When I dress and come out, don't believe I'm an albino. Oh yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you: are you proud of your albinism? Would you want to be different?
Ross, I love my albinism. I love it with a passion. With a passion, but there's something unique about me. And I must tell you something. Spiritually, albinos, we are unique before God. I'm telling you. It's very difficult for anyone to hurt any of us. If you observe, even including you, Reverend J, people can't hurt albinos anyhow because there's something about us in the eyes of God. We're just like a special apple. If every other apple is green in the eyes of God, we are red. And so we look like its favorites. Oh, you want to hurt Lady Ivy? God will make a way and you said before you know it, you don't burn it or something will happen. They're special. Most albinos I meet, they're unique.
Okay, thank you so much, Ivy. Thank you so much. I'm sure all our friends and colleagues and fellow persons with albinism, they are clapping for you, and we thank God for you. Thank God for who you are, and thank God for your commitment.
My trip to the US, what I went through.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, if I should say what happened to me in few, words. I remember many years ago, Jack, you warned me. Ivy, rub your sunscreen, on your body. Rub lotion. And I said to you, oh, I don't like rubbing cream. Because I don't rub cream. Just take my bath and that's it. So, okay, rub sunscreen. I never listened to you. I think that's why my stubbornness got me. By God's grace, because like I said, I'm special. God made a way. I saw what happened to you. You defeated cancer when you went to Stanford University in the US. You helped me. I got to California, and I got there. We thought it was a minor cancer. We thought it was a minor cancer, and so they gave us 1 month to come. Let us search for 1 hour. 1 hour took 6 months. 1 hour took 6 months. So that is to tell you that God is special to me. It is too special. It is too lovely to me. I love God. He made a way where there seems to be no way. In fact, when we were panicking, God made a way.
That's right.
Helped us. I'm telling you people. So I want us to understand something. Every albino, the sun is our enemy. God didn't credit to us for it to be our enemy, but because of the condition we found ourselves, the sun right now is an enemy to us. Even real lights, we have, for me as an artist, I'm under the lights all the time. Just heavy lights, and it affects my skin, but I never knew. Thank God for people like Jay, who is spreading awareness that albinos don't do this and don't do that, don't eat that and don't do that. So, Reverend Jake, I thank you. Now I don't go under the sun without an umbrella. I'm telling you, before I will not, because I like to dress, and people like, in fact, when I dress, you will see Keke will jam somebody. That's how good, how beautiful I am when I come out. But now, that dressing, forget it, I carry my umbrella. Please, let us save our lives. Please. Thank you very much. I love you.
Ivy, how many surgeries did you have?
5 surgeries with 1 radiotherapy for 6 weeks.
Okay, so I need you to put together mentally by the discussions you had with the doctors. How much will that have cost for you to have?
Close to $1 million.
Uh-huh. Yes, close to $1 million.
Yeah.
Close to, yes.
Close to $1 million.
Yes. 6 surgeries. Ivy, let me help tell your story. Ivy had surgeries by the best doctors in America. Some of those doctors can't take anything less than $1,000 per hour. And some of the surgeries that Ivy had lasted hours in the theater. This woman is a fighter. You know, there are certain surgeries and medical treatment you go through. You will say, well, you're in America. There are certain pain that painkillers cannot kill. You have to go through those pain by yourself. Are you talking about blood dripping from her sore? She saw. Are you talking about staying in the room for days, months, not being able to get up? This woman fought for her life, and she's a good example of those who say to death, "You cannot take me." So, Ivy, we are proud of you. As a matter of fact, this celebration is specially for you. Today, you are an example of made to shine. So keep shining, keep singing, and please don't trouble me.
You just reminded me of one song. I sang this song many times. Shine, shine for Jesus. You are the salt of the earth. You are the one he's looking at. You are the laborers of the field. You are the sheep among the wolves. Go on pressing for the Lord. Keep on shining on. Thank you. Shine,
wow. Ivy, you remember the song that you and I sang in the US?
I can't remember. You remind me.
Don't go changing. Try and please me. Never let me down before. No. I'm now sing past you now.
Excuse me. I love you, Jake. I love you.
Ivy, thank you so much. I wish you can sing Anita Baker for us. Where is your husband?
Yes, he's here. I wanted to play it, but I said it's okay. We can play it tomorrow.
I bet sing Anita Baker for us. Sing Anita Baker. But I'm going to talk to you, Ivy, because you'll be the guest on my show tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm going to sing it. I'm Anita Baker.
Why not? Where your husband?
He's here.
Handsome man, come out.
There's a handsome man coming. It's calling me.
Handsome man, come on. You want me to call you ugly man now? Handsome man, come up.
It's not ugly. Look at him here.
Oh yeah, Anita Baker. Please tell us. I be doing microphone. Tell us how easy it is. Where have you don't go?
Go see him here.
Tell us how easy it is to marry IB.
Easy.
For me, it's very easy. It's just that it just have to. Very easy for me.
I know say you dey preserve your lunch. You don't want me to take the lunch from you. Okay, Anita Baker, thank you.
Yes. Okay, so Jake, you want Anita Baker? All right. I didn't plan for this. Mommy, I won't forgive you. Jake, are you there?
He's here.
Okay, you're there. Okay, good. Yes. I'll just be very brief. I'll stop.
Oh, that's wacky. IB network. Oh.
Because think about you, I would say all I want to do, share my life with you. I won't say a there's a reason I feel this way. I was just gonna do that the things that you said. Your love never changes. It's like a picture of a frame. Ain't the same. Your time and love for me. Oh, it's keeping us strong. Keep me moving on. Give it to you. Free up the sun down there in me. I want to say what love. So don't I want to do. Share my out. I want to say what love. Thank you, Jakey.
All right. Thank you. Don't worry. Next time I'll keep you so that you give us some old school. But rest. I don't want you to sing again. No. I don't want to sing. I don't want to carry you to the hospital. Bye. Okay, my brother, thank you so much. Anita, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, coordinator, step turn by turn so that you know they will sack me. Oh yeah. So Benedict. After Benedict, we want to get Hajia from Kano. Benedict, if you can hear me, then Hajia, get ready.
I can hear you. I'm online. Hello?
Benedict, you are video.
Yeah, Pitch, I've done that. Can you have me online now?
Yeah, you're online.
Okay. Let me appreciate all of you, the CEO and his very workaholic staff, and also thanking